like everyone to take a deep breath with me before I get into this episode of Tub Talk Tuesday. Just take a moment to relax your body. Maybe roll out your neck. Bring your shoulders down and away from your ears. And just breathe. So, it's a very emotionally triggering time right now, spiritually, mentally, and all of those internal triggers and traumas that we're experiencing can eventually manifest into the physical. The distress and pain that we're feeling right now is completely understandable. Racism is alive and well. Black people are still getting murdered and harassed and abused by the police. And especially in the United States of America, institutionalized and systemic prejudice and discrimination against those who are more melanated, particularly African Americans, Black folks, to get the short end of the stick. I personally am a mixed race woman of Black, Asian, Native, and even white ancestry. And so I personally feel one, outrage and just frustration, but two, a very burning desire and passion to use my power, my voice, my influence to invoke change in my personal form of activism, that is, of course, through healing. For those of you who follow me on Instagram or are subscribed to me here on YouTube, all of my content, all of the things that I create, my art, are rooted in a form of activism, whether that's visibility and representation of Black and brown folks and their beauty in powerful forms of visual art, whether it's sharing the power of meditation and breath and plant-based eating to holistically heal ourselves, whether it's sharing poetry or my own personal writings. Everything I do, everything that I set intention for is for healing, is for growth, and is for change in my outer world, but particularly with my Black and brown communities in mind and heart and spirit. And so this Tub Talk Tuesday, I'm honestly not even sure what the title of it is yet, but really this is just my way of releasing, because I feel like I haven't done a lot of speaking. It's been a lot of consuming and like virtual, digital, typing, texting, and that can be very exhausting, to just put it point blank. It's exhausting, especially because we already know how much social media and just being so consumed by technology takes a toll on our mental and emotional health. And imagine that on top of all of the bullshit going on in the world. That's honestly been going on in the world first and foremost. And yeah, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of just heavy emotions and energy, low vibrational energy in the world right now. And I just feel like it's time for us, especially for anyone who's watching this who is Black, for us to take this time to recenter ourselves, to ground, to take a break. It is not our responsibility to be constantly teaching and educating and vocalizing our pain and our hurt due to racism, due to white privilege, due to institutionalized discrimination, police brutality. Like, that's not our responsibility to harbor all of that energy and try to get folks who either have that privilege and have benefited from systemic racism, or just unknowingly perpetuated microaggressions or cultural appropriation. I don't even know where I'm really going with that thought, to be honest, but I'm really here to just invite us to take a breath, take a pause, take a moment, take a day off, take a bath. Here I am, you know, I love my bath time, and taking baths personally, as I've shared in pretty much all my tub talks, I think, are my form of escape, are my form of just continuous healing, because even though I feel that I have healed a majority of the mental health issues that I have suffered from in the past, like, healing is not a, like, you know, just take this little pill, or, you know, this one-time kind of treatment. It's a continuous process. It's something that you have to embed into your lifestyle. And so I'm offering this video as an invitation to do whatever makes you feel good as a Black person who is being traumatized, being triggered, being pained and frustrated by what's going on in the world and has been going on in the world, especially in the US since its origins. Okay, I'd like to also share this DIY coffee scrub that I made that is on my face right now. First of all, it's so easy to make, and you probably have all of the ingredients in your house or home already. Literally, I just have coffee grounds, some grapeseed oil, but you can use any oil of your choice that is non-comedogenic, which means that it doesn't clog your pores. So I recommend hemp seed oil or almond oil, jojoba oil, even olive oil has a low comedogenic level. I don't recommend coconut oil, however. But yes, I'm using grapeseed oil, and I did pump a few pumps of organic hemp seed oil in here, and then I used coconut sugar, but you can use brown sugar, organic cane sugar, whatever sugar that you have on hand. Probably not your like confectioner or that traditional form, but you know, whatever you have will work. And I also added some pink Himalayan salt to this, and I think that's it, honestly. You could also add some essential oils, but I just kept it as is. I actually really like the smell of coffee, even though I don't like to drink it. Coffee's just not my thing. But the benefits of this scrub that you can use on your face and your body is that, one, obviously it's an exfoliant. I recommend gently massaging it into your skin. Like, we don't need to do any rough, abrasive movements. Just gentle circles, massaging. The coffee grounds are coarse enough to do the work just with a gentle circular motion. Coffee, also the caffeine, or coffee obviously has caffeine, and that caffeine is energizing to our skin and our overall body. So especially putting it on your face, it will immediately allow the scent and the actual caffeine to penetrate into your pores and give you a bit of a pick-me-up. Coffee grounds are also really great for any dark circles or like puffy bags under your eyes, and I feel like that can be very helpful during this time, especially if you've been having trouble sleeping. because of everything that's going on, or you've just been feeling drained physically because of all of the mental clutter and noise and frustrations that you've been feeling, like, I absolutely get it. So this could be a great way to just give you a bit of a pick-me-up, a bit of an energetic boost, especially if you just haven't been able to sleep super peacefully. Also, obviously, when you wash it off, your skin will feel very smooth and soft, and I feel like when we pamper ourselves and, you know, just do things for our own self-care, that brings us to a higher vibrational state. It brings us to a more grounded and centered energy in our being, and that allows us to use, you know, our frustrations and our angers and our desires for change to kind of organize those thoughts more clearly and really take that negativity and alchemize it, transform it into tangible forms of evolution, revolution, transformation, change, all of those synonyms. So I want to share also what I have been organizing in my own business, my community art and wellness platform, Lune Soleil, which is a platform I created specifically for Black and Brown communities, alongside allies and accomplices who, you know, want to be a part of just holistic healing, creative expression, and conscious community. And that initiative is essentially to raise funds, whether it's through proceeds from my photo book that I self-published last year. It's called Colors of Soul, an analog collection of beautiful hues and spirits, volume 1. I don't think I've shared it here on my YouTube channel, but the link will be in the description below. And essentially I'm using funds from purchases of that book, as well as any direct donations, to start creating, or not even creating, to purchase organic groceries to feed organic, homemade, plant-based meals, juices and smoothies to my loved ones in the Black community in Inglewood and South Central Los Angeles specifically. I feel that there's a lot of resources out here currently that are for a lot of great causes, and I personally have donated to quite a few of them in Minnesota and, you know, just overall in the States. But I want to directly help my community because that is what is closest to me, and I know for a fact that my community, which has a majority, or at least a high percentage of Black and Brown folks, we're being triggered, and this is detrimental to our holistic health. And so I want to provide just a bit of healing through food, which is a big part of my life, and I feel like has been a huge factor in my own transformation and healing. And so I want to offer that for free to my community. This Sunday I will be providing 33 meals to anyone in need in my community, and if you don't live in this area, that's perfectly okay. You can still support me and my community by donating or purchasing a copy of my book. Like I said, the link to my book will be in the description below, as well as a link to the direct donation fund. Or you can Cash App or Venmo me, and I will directly use any of those funds to purchase the groceries and the container supplies needed to package all of these items to still uphold my values and beliefs in sustainability. All of the to-go containers, bags, the bottles for the juices and smoothies, napkins, everything will be compostable and eco-friendly. I personally have already purchased that with my own money, but if you would like to help me and contribute to this and alleviate some of that financial pressure off me. That is greatly appreciated. Next week I will also be creating holistic health care packages, and that will, I'm still figuring this out, but essentially I plan to have physical packages as well as virtual, like digital packages. And the physical packages will be available to those in my community, containing Black-owned products that are sustainable and healing. And the virtual packages will be things like PDFs for books, any healing sessions like meditations or affirmations, anything like that of the sort that are also provided by Black artists or healers, that can be available to any loved one in need for some healing and just some peace and love during this time. So yes, if you'd like to help me out, any donation is appreciated. No dollar is too little. I will also be sharing in the next week recipes for plant-based meals that you can prepare regardless of your race, but particularly if you are Black, I highly recommend just eating higher vibrational foods right now, because we are in a vulnerable state, and the foods that we eat, if they are of a lower vibration, they do contribute and influence our emotions and our moods, which obviously brings our overall energy down, but also our physical health. And for us to continue to be in our power and for us to really invoke the change that we wish to see in the world, we have to be in our highest vibration. We have to be in our highest power. And so this is also my offering as well. Also, last thing I want to mention, I put it on my Instagram story, but honestly I've been posting so many things on my story that I feel like it probably got lost within all of the other resources I've been sharing. But I would love to offer 4 free healing sessions, virtual sessions this week, to any Black folks in need of just a little extra energy boost, whether that's spiritual or mental, whatever the case may be. And essentially these are virtual and they will be conducted through Instagram video chat, and they will include a guided meditation and a 3-card oracle reading, as well as a journaling exercise. Journaling is my preferred method of just self-reflection and release, as well as meditation. All of these things essentially are personal ways that I find healing, and I have done a few of a form of this type of healing session. It was more so the oracle reading with a guided body scan meditation before and after. And so I kind of wanted to amplify that in a way that could be even more powerful. But I would love to offer this for free to any Black folks in the community, no matter where you are in the world. Please DM me on Instagram at schmenna, or you can leave me a comment on here, whatever the case that's easiest for you. Let me know and we can schedule a day and a time this week for that. So yeah, I think that's where I want to leave this off. This was kind of just a free flow. I haven't done a Tub Talk Tuesday in a while, and I know that these are really healing for a lot of you, so